is for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Slam, slam, slam.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Brissett. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Kill. Twist.
Watch the safety creep.
He's checking. Crash. Say.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the ready. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You're trying to
Here's Brissett. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check 55, Mike.
Don't let him breathe.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Check 55 to Mike.
To throw is Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Brissett now. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
At their own 9-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on, come on,
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Easy. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go. Do it. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Check 55, Mike. Keep it up, defense. Hold short. Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. Man, that's trash.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The Jets out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Check three, check three, check three. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Check. What? 52, deuce. Hey,
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Brissett. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's get off the field. He's free.
Here's Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Gates, the intended receiver there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
This is Breida, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So they get pushed back to the 11. And the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down again. Demario Davis getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Brissett. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Eddie Goldman with a sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Mahomes going to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Breida. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
43, 15.
Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
57 to Mike. Championship, baby. Check three.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Brissett looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Gates, the intended receiver there. 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
3 and out. 4th down.
And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Go! Let's go!
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score. Bengals 17. Redskins 10. Jason Myers set to kick
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw, Brissett. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Washington.
Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. On the catch, it's Crowder. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Mahomes now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Johnson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida, 33 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He completes it to Bryant. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Johnson. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Danny. That's it. Mike.
Play action now, Brissett. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On first down, here's Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Brissett, and he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. And the Panthers have scored to extend their lead. A win would be their first of the young season. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 gainer, 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Here we go.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Being chased out left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week one.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. That'll be complete to Breida. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
First down, Washington.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Redskins, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.